Hi, hello everybody. Good evening to you if you're in UK or Nigeria, and I'll say good afternoon if you're in either Canada, US. Um, I don't know if any other country. Sorry, bear with me. Well, my name is Damilola. I one of the franchise owner, or should I say, I'm part of Vida Divina family, and this meeting or this hangout is about product training because I'm not going to start straight on. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes so that people can actually join in, and then I can start when because I don't want to start, and then some people are missing some part of it. So I don't want anybody to miss this. This is a key point. This is very very vital in our business since the main thing or the main objective or one of the things that can make us grow aside from recruiting people is basically about products selling. And one of the reasons why we were recruited is to actually market for them. And for you to market a particular product, you have to know what the product entails, what it is, why do you even want to get involved with the products we're talking about, and what benefits are the products, who are your target people, who do you want to recommend the products for. So those are the things I'll be talking about tonight. And also i'll be talking about I'll be telling you about my research so far about the products that we have at the moment. Of course, later on, we're going to have products that are more than what we will see by August 1st. So, but as most as it comes out, we will do more researches on the products, and then we'll be able to enlighten ourselves and do more research because that's what we're here for. We're here to support each other. We're here to teach each other. We're here to learn from each other. And I'm so privileged to. I mean, sometimes when people comment on our page, I'm so happy about how people are really involved and how they want to move their business forward. But I mean, to be honest, if even if you want to introduce, if you want to do it as an MLM side only, which I mean, it's better you combine both. That will give you more edge. But even if you want to introduce it to people on an MLM side, you still need to know your product. You still need to know what it entails and why you're doing it, because you don't want to go to somebody's house. I'm only talking about this briefly because I want to wait for people to join in before I start the actual product knowledge. Because you don't want to get to somebody's house and do a presentation and they ask you about your product and you don't have an idea, or you cannot, because trust me, I've been to some presentations that people actually challenge what you say about the products, and then the only thing that has kept me going is my research and my knowledge about that product. Because when people ask you questions actually and you cannot answer them, then they think you don't know what you're doing sometimes. Even though you've told them the money aspect, they're like, how can I sell what you don't even know about or something? So we don't want that to be our own thing. So that is why we will train ourselves as much as we can. We will welcome people and, you know, encourage them about the product. So it's actually easier for them to market our products. So I'm just going to wait. I'm just beating about the bush because I want to wait a little bit more for people to come on board. Then we can actually start. Okay. Okay, hi. I can see people are sending messages to me. Hi everybody. I can get your message. I'm not going to block it yet, but it'll get to a point I will have to just block it. Don't worry, okay, I won't block it. I will answer as much as I can. I can see hello to Opeoluwa Kinton. Hi to you as well. And also Mary Woyemi, hello. And I'm so happy to have you all here. Okay, without beating about the bush, I'm just going to proceed and hopefully people will be able to join in. And the good thing is that, it's recorded and then we can actually share it with other people that comes back into the business later on. So it's a slide. I'm going to bring on the slide and I'll start. Okay. So the conversation side. Okay, bear with me if I won't be able to answer your questions for now, but as much as I can, I will answer. I'm getting the messages in, don't worry, but I will answer as much as I can at a point. Okay. All right, I'm just going to start sharing my screen now so that I can start the presentation actually. Okay. I'm giving it 2 more minutes and then I'll start. Sorry, bear with me because I don't want some people to miss out. Two minutes and I'll start. Okay, I want people to join in as much as they can. Okay. Okie dokie. Now I'm going to start. 8:10 on dot. All right. Good evening again. This is Vida Divina Product Knowledge Training. To start with, I mean, what's actually our products line? We've got varieties of products lines. I mean, if I mean varieties, we have varieties, and that's one of the reasons why I joined this company. Bear with me, I'm living near the airport, so you might once in a while hear the plane landing. That's beyond my control, but I hope you understand, and I hope I'm loud enough. And okay, so I want to start from our products line. What do we have? What do we actually have? What does the company has to offer for us as their representative to present to the world? We've got the detox tea, we've got the coffee granules beans, we've got the weight loss products, we've got liquid coffee drinks, we've got electrolyte products, we've got Gano and Chaga capsules, we've got products that helps diabetes and prostate health, we've got sexual enhancement products, we've got energy products, we've got organic cosmetics products, we've got home care products, we've got body bath and personal care products, we have products for managing blood pressure, and shampoo and hair care products and nutritional shakes. And also coming soon later, like I said, going to the other side, this side, we've got the detox tea, like I said earlier on. We've got the Factor Divina, which is our flagship product. We've got the coffee infused with all the ingredients, the Gano, the sugar, and the cordyceps, which I'm going to explain deeply on later on. And also we've got the time capsule, which I'll talk about as well, the sexual enhancement, which I'll talk about as well, the weight loss side, which I'll talk about as well, And then coming soon, our coming soon, which will not be available on the 1st of August, will be the cosmetic line, the baby line, the pet line, the skin and body care line, the dental care line, and so much more that this company is bringing. Now, why do I want to talk about this particular page? I want to talk about this particular page because now, if you want to sell a product for me, you want to market to me. First, the first impression lasts longer. Your first look, how you present yourself matters to me. If you want to sell a product to me, so if you want to sell a weight loss product to me, that means you've actually lost the weight, and then I won't have a biased mind if you're telling me about weight loss products, because when I see you that you're actually trimmed. Don't get me wrong, slimming down or trimming down doesn't mean actually like size 6. You don't have to be that thin, but at least you have to be proportionate, like to some extent fit, which you understand what I'm talking about. So the good thing about this company is that if you're not ready to lose weight, believe you me, I understand you to some extent. I have some people that will tell you, I don't want to lose my butt, I don't want to lose my boobs, and it's only the tummy I want to lose, or I'm perfect with my figure because that's how my husband likes it. Which I understand some people. In that case, you being able to sell weight loss products might be limited. You might be lucky in the sense that some people will be like, okay, maybe it's your choice, and they might buy from you. Or if you advertise and they see pictures, then they might buy from you. But if you actually lose the weight, it will encourage people. It will motivate them. They will even personally ask you, oh, you've lost weight, what did you use? That will help you to sell your products, your weight loss side of the products. It will, help you to, it will save you from talking too much about weight loss products. Now that is weight loss product. But if you don't want to lose weight, or if you have not lost the weight yet and you're struggling with selling weight loss products, don't worry. But what my only advice will be, don't make it your upfront thing, because people will always look at you, especially African people. That's, they like, show me how it works. That's how people think. So you can actually sell the detox tea to them if you've not lost the weight. Now, if you now lose the weight, then you can introduce the weight loss products to them. The detox tea, like I do tell my customers, like, detox tea is for detox. It will help them to lose some weight. This is a training section. Don't sell it as if it's actual, it's for weight loss. You won't lose the weight, don't get me wrong, they will lose it, but it is more beneficial. We have to add more weight to it. It's more than just weight loss. There's a lot about the detox tea, which I will still talk about. Then you can sell, if you're not interested in that, which I don't think why, I don't see any reason why anybody would not be interested in detox tea, as long as you're able to market it to them. That's why we'll talk about all that today. If not, you can go to the electrolyte drinks, which will help to boost the electrolytes in the body. If they have the necessary electrolytes in the body, then they don't feel tired. They have the necessary nutrients. They glow. They look beautiful. They don't have stress. They don't have, everything is balanced in their body. Whatever thing they eat, that electrolytes will add more nutrients. It's like nutrients to the body. It will give them strength. Now, also, if you don't want to sell that side, you can sell the Gano and the Shaga side, which I'll talk about later on. And then the sexual enhancement ones, which I'll talk about later on. And then the cosmetics, the home care, we have varieties. So I don't want us to limit ourselves. I don't want us, the only reason why I think people will complain or moan about not selling a product is if you have just one product line. But hello, we have so many product line. So we should be able to sell. Okay. I'm going to move on gradually. And one thing I will talk about first is our flagship product, which is Factor Divina. Our flagship product, which is called Factor Divina. Now, what does it do? What does it entail? Factor Divina has so many benefits. It has so many benefits to it. And those benefits, they are second to none. They are second to none. They're very, very good. The Factor Divina, the benefits, I'll tell you one by one. I want to go through it one by one. It's an antioxidant. It's an antiviral. It's got the benefits of antioxidants, antiviral. Antioxidants is, I mean, it removes what you don't want in the body. Antiviral, it's anti-inflammatory. Antiviral is something that prevents virus from entering your body, like cold, flu. I mean, so many viruses, the ones that is everybody knows more about is probably HIV. HIV is a virus. And as we all know, virus easily kills and it's non-curable. They can only manage the side effects until the person gets better. So there's some virus that they can manage the effects, like flu virus. They can manage the effects of, the side effects, like taking paracetamol for headache and all that, and then relaxing and chilling and drinking a lot of water to flush it out of the system. But virus like HIV, they're non-curable. They don't go because it's a terminal disease. So if this is an antiviral, that means it prevents the virus from actually entering into your body, into the body. It's an anti-inflammatory, which means it helps. It doesn't, anti-inflammatory means it prevents inflammation of anywhere. Inflammation from leg inflammation, which are arthritis, any bone inflammation or pains, joints pains and all that. Also inflammation comes with asthma, because people with asthma, when their alveoli, or I don't want to use some terms, big terms, but what I mean is when the asthmatic patients, they have problem when their breathing space is constricted, it's not big enough for the air to pass through, and that can result from inflammation in asthma. So this product, if they drink it continuously, it will prevent that from even happening, and then prevent them from going to the hospital frequently. So, and it's energetic. It gives them energy. It increases stamina. I mean, of course, anything that gives you energy anything that makes you energetic will increase your stamina. And then it helps the memory. It's very, very good, especially for elderly people that are going, that've got memory loss issues, because I mean, the percentage of people with dementia is quite high, recently, and nobody knows why it's so high. There's so many researches going on it. But this is one of the benefits of this Factor Divina is to actually help that, helps the memory. It helps, it stimulates one of the contents in Factor Divina stimulates the memory, or juggles the memory center in the brain, and then it actually helps them to remember things. And it's an aphrodisiac in the sense that it helps sexual. It's a sexual enhancement thing. It's it boosts your sexual arousal. It helps with your hormones. The hormones that actually deals with your sexual center, especially those of us that given birth, or the stress, or some of us that are stressed, and sometimes stressed when the husband and the wife are stressed. Sometimes sex is the last thing they want to think about, and even if they want to have it, it just weighs them down. They don't have that youthful urge when you want to have it when we were younger. So it will actually help. It would boost their hormone to help them to enhance the sexual function for them. It helps with the blood pressure. I mean, for me personally, maybe because I'm a nurse, maybe because I'm into health line, I hate it when people suffer, and I hate it when people have to take chemicals all the time. And there's no chemicals that you take that won't have side effects. There's none. Go and find out. I can bet it with anything I've got. There's no chemical for some people on high blood pressure tablets, like what's the common one? I think the common one is amlodipine. With that comes so many side effects. So many. I mean, some people just feel bloated. Some people it makes them feel dizzy, like literally dizzy. You know, so many side effects that comes with chemicals. But I mean, hello, this is natural products they can take that will help them with the blood pressure and any cardiovascular issues that comes with high blood pressure. And also it helps with liver problems and skin problems. Now, liver problem is what you don't want to joke with. Your liver and your kidney and your colon is very vital. Those are the areas that people ignore most, but it's so important. So important to take care of our liver, our kidney, and also our heart. Okay, and so this is the products. This is a product that can actually strengthen those areas. So why can't we sell it? Why can't we talk about it? Let us, go out there. It helps with muscle. It helps with muscle support, especially for the elderly. It helps with allergies. And anything that helps with allergies is very good, because I've seen people go into allergic reaction that for all of a sudden they can just die just like that, because the swelling can go to their throat and then block their airway, and that's it. But this is one of the products that is very good for that. It will reduce, like I said earlier, that it's an anti-inflammatory, so it will reduce that swelling. It will combat it. It will fight it. It will release the necessary things that need to fight it. Because I don't want to use medical terms. I don't want to say jargons on the thing. So it helps with diabetes. It helps your pancreas. One of the things, like I said earlier, sorry, another thing I want to add is your pancreas. People don't actually think about their pancreas, but if you see somebody that has lost their pancreas, it's a struggle. It is a struggle. That's one of the things that people also need to look after, because they're going to be on so many medications for the rest of their life. And also, another thing is with pancreas, especially with pancreatic cancer, it kills just like that, because it doesn't come with symptoms. So why can't we introduce this product to them to help prevent that, to help take care of it, rather than when it's too late, when it's gone to a stage where they're actually looking for, although we have products that will help we have anti-tumor products, which I'm still going to talk about later. And then also it helps with dental care, prevents cavities, and helps digestions. Now, our dental care is so important. Recently, I was going through, there was a research recently that mouth cancer kills also just like that, because the symptoms doesn't come. Whenever the symptoms show, that means it's gone to a late stage. Now, recently on the TV, they're actually telling people to come for this test, and it's a huge amount of money. I'm talking about 4,000 or 5,000 just to check it. Just to check it on the first treatment, 4,000, 5,000 pounds. That's a lot. Why don't we introduce these products for them to take, to prevent that from even occurring? Because anything that helps your, this, once you start drinking it, it will prevent anything that wants to grow from there. It will kill it, because you're giving it it's poison. You're giving it what will kill it. It's like it's like when people with cancer go for their chemotherapy, they're giving them the poison that will actually kill it. But the good thing about our products is our products will actually kill it without giving them any side effects. But with chemotherapy, it comes with a lot of side effects, from hair loss and all that. So that is our factor divina. It's, I think every home should have it. And if you have elderly people, introduce it to them, because it will help them to enjoy their life. Because the fact that one of the things I do talk about is the fact that people are old, the fact that people are elderly, it doesn't mean that they cannot enjoy life. These are the things that will help them to enjoy life. These are the things that will help them to enjoy, the to enjoy life at fullest. Okay. I hope you can see the slides I'm going through one by one. Okay. Just bear with me. I'm just going through the slides just to make sure that people are actually seeing the slide. Bear with me 1 second. So, like, as I'm talking about it, I will be, I would still be checking. So, I mean, it's very essential for our elderly people, our elderly moms, elderly dads, our granddads, great granddads, even if they are older, it doesn't mean that they cannot have a valuable life. They cannot have a life that will make them, regret things. One of the things I'm going to do is, hold on, I'm just going to stop this slide and then, reconnect it, because I'm looking at it. I don't think it's moving. I think it's stuck in one page. So bear with me. I'm going to stop it and then continue from there. So bear with me, and then I'm going to continue. Okay. I hope you can see it better now, because I can get some think that people are not seeing it. Okay. So that's factor divina for you. And then moving on, I'm going to talk about our tea. Now, our tea, well, bear with me. I've not been able to pronounce it properly, but allow me to call it Te Delgaza tea or something, or Delgaza tea. Maybe I think the D is actually a design, so it's a Delgaza tea. All right, it's one unique tea. It's I mean it's gold. It's fantastic. When the other day I mean, like when you're researching on something and then you're so excited that you can't even wait to launch, you can't even wait to sell it to somebody. That's how excited I am that it's marvelous with all the contents, because I'm going to talk about the contents one by one, and how maybe by doing that, then we'll be able to understand why we need the Delgaza tea, or why we need to, aside from, I don't, one of the things is, aside from introducing it to people, I don't want us also not to use it, because you can't be selling a healthy product to people and you're not using it yourself. Life is not all about money. We also need to take care of ourselves. Okay, now these are the plants that are, we've got 12 organic herbs that comes with the tea. I'm just going to quickly run through those herbs now. But in summary, what does it do? It detoxifies and cleanses the body. It removes the undigested waste. It gets rid of the toxins of the body. It removes worms and parasites. It helps to lose weight naturally and feel better. Now, there's more to it than those summary. I'm going to start one by one. Okay, I'm going to start with the myrrh herb. Permit my pronunciation, but it's the MYRRH herb. One of my research about this herb is the benefits of this herb I'm talking about one herb out of the 12 herbs in the tea. Now, the benefits are it helps with cough, it helps with asthma, it helps with indigestion, it prevents ulcer, it helps with sore throat, it helps with congestion, it helps with hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids is like pie, like when, people also ignore that side a lot of times. Like people will like, oh, I've been to the toilet and then my anus is really itchy. Oh, I don't know why it's itchy. It is hemorrhoids. Some people think hemorrhoids is when the actual content comes out and then you push it inside. No, it's gradual because you get the systems, the symptoms gradually. Or when you go to the toilet and you be like, oh, because I ate, oh, because I had the soup yesterday, my anus is actually, oh, how can I call it? Oh, like, I can't say spicy for anus, but you know what I mean. Like when you're feeling it's hot, like a spice, like somebody put spice there. It's hemorrhoids symptoms, but people tend to ignore it because it leaves you alone, and then you feel relieved again. So one of the contents of this tea actually helps with hemorrhoids and helps with joint pain. And how it does that is because it's an anti-inflammatory, it will reduce the inflammation, and then it maintains the healthy skin. That is one of it. Another one is a ginger. What does ginger does a lot of things, but I only picked some of the things I mean, which are big things that I want to talk about. But if you're able to research more, you'll understand what I'm saying. Now, benefits of ginger includes it's also an anti-inflammatory effect. It has that effect, which also can help with asthma. Anything that reduces inflammation helps with asthma, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. There's so many arthritis, any joint bone. I mean, the fact that if some people go to work, especially those that does construction works most of the time, about 2 or 3 days later, or people you've done this rigorous exercise, and you feel all your body aches. The only reason it aches is because it's inflamed. Now, this ginger has got that agent that once you drink it, it won't get inflamed. If it's not inflamed, it won't give you that pain. Now, it's got gastrointestinal relief. Your gastro, which means your whole of your stomach, it relieves it from dizziness to vomit, nausea, and all that. It settles it. And then it protects against colorectal cancer. I want you to Google if you can, about the percentage or the survival rates of colorectal cancer. It's quite low, very low. And I think I've said it earlier, one of the things that we abandon in our body is actually our intestine, our colon. Because we think, oh, because it's shit that is there, it's our feces, the fecal matter, everything that is there, so can't be bothered. But that's the most important part of the body, part of the system, sorry. It's one of the most important part of the system. And the last thing somebody wants in their colon is cancer. So ginger, the ginger herbs helps to protect. It protects it. Once you're protecting it, once they're drinking the tea, automatically they're protecting it from it to occur. And we all know that prevention is actually better than cure. If you're able to sell something to somebody that can prevent them from having cancer, wouldn't you do it? Wouldn't you give it all you have to explain it to the person? And also, it helps in ovarian cancer cells. Also, ovarian cancer is, we all know, well, in UK, because don't let me talk about, because I don't know much about US or other country, but particularly in UK, we know that they don't even joke with this. That's why we go for this smear test, because it doesn't give you the symptoms. Just like colorectal cancer, people don't get the symptoms early. By the time the symptoms starts, that means it's at the late stage. So why can't we introduce to them the the thing or the products they can take that will prevent that from actually happening. And if it wants to happen, this will help. The ginger, it kills the cells. It doesn't even allow it to grow. And my most favorite thing is immune boosting agents. Anything that boosts your immune system, I don't joke with it. Especially for the elderly ones, I don't joke with it at all. So also the ginger boosts the immune system. I'm just going to move on quickly to another set of herbs, which is the holy thistle and the blessed thistle herb. The benefits of those herbs are it helps with diarrhea. No, actually, I think what it does is it makes you go to toilet, but not too much. And then it helps with cough. It helps with infections. So that means it prevents it. And if it's there, it removes it. It removes boils. And most of the time when you have boils, that means you've got infection. So I want us to be able to link that together. If you've got boil anywhere in your body, that means you've got infection somewhere. Okay. And then it helps with wounds. It aids, like people with, especially people with leg ulcer. It will help the wound to heal faster. And also with breastfeeding mother, with this one, we'll still have to check with the company, because I don't know if people that are breastfeeding, I don't know if it's also 6 months with this tea, or actually from day one you can start to drink the tea, because there's some, we have to be careful if breastfeeding mothers can take the tea. So we'll still check with that. But this herb on its own, it helps to promote the milk flow in the breast so that baby can have enough milk to drink from the mother. It promotes urine flow. It's a diuretic, and anything diuretic will make you drink a lot of water. So if you're introducing this tea to people, please, one key thing, encourage them to drink a lot of water, because if you're taking diuretic is anything what promotes urine flow, that makes you go to the toilet. It prevents urine retention. You have to tell them that they need to drink a lot of water, because if they don't drink a lot of water, it will affect their kidney. So please encourage them. I hope you have a paper and pen, you're writing this down. Anybody on this, any detox tea at all, they need to drink a lot of water, more than what they drink before. Or else, aside from the diuretic side, it's also, they'll be dehydrated, literally, because you're triggering something to make them go to the toilet, but you're not feeding them. So you're not giving the body, they're not giving the body the water it needs, yet they are passing out water. So what the body will do is it will get water from any source. That is your body for you. It will get it. Then instead of the body to now waste away the natural, the things, the things that the body doesn't need, it will start wasting what the body needs as well. So they need to drink a lot. They'll start losing electrolytes, the necessary nutrients they need in the body. Okay. Now moving on quickly, sorry, not briefly. Papaya herb also benefits, helps with diabetes. As a birth control, I'm not sure if it's birth control. That's one of the things I still need to research on, but it's been researched that it helps with birth control. It's an antiseptic. Antiseptic is, it prevents bacteria and all that, prevents infection. Antimicrobial is the same thing. And then the diuretic, which I've talked about earlier, it controls parasites. So which are these sludges in your colon, because your colon is where the intestine is where you absorb all the nutrients you need. If it's blocked, if it has so many sludges around it, you won't get what you need to get. That is when, that's part of how the belly fats grow, because there are parasites there. There's so many sludges there. So this papaya herb will dislodge them. It will, that's when you go to toilet, because that's the only way it can remove it. Then it also reduces inflammation, so which we've talked about earlier. It helps with blood pressure and low cholesterol. So if somebody asks you, oh, how do you know your tea does that? Well, my tea has got papaya herb in it, and go and find out. Papaya herb has been known to lower blood pressure and to lower cholesterol. And also, my tea can actually deworm you. Okay, how does it deworm me? Papaya herb also is papaya herb is one of the benefits of it is to deworm you, which is in my tea. So my tea can actually deworm you, so that when they get home and they actually Google it, because now even in the hospital, if you're giving a patient paracetamol, your patient is checking on the laptop and checking what is paracetamol, what does it actually do. That is where we've come to today, because there's thing everywhere. So it helps to it deworms you, and then it removes not all the worms. It doesn't remove all your worms, because you still need some worms in your body, but it proportions it. It removes it when it's in excess. If it's not in excess, it doesn't remove it. Okay, now moving on quickly. Also, another one is the marshmallow leaves and the malva herbs. The marshmallow leaves, I've listed all it does as well. It helps with sores. It helps with skin infection. It helps with skin inflammation. It helps with burns. It helps with wounds as well. Insect bites. So all those things, what it does is it prevents all those things from happening. And even if it's happened and they're drinking the tea, it will actually, remove it. Like if you have insect bites and it's itching you, take for example, recently I gave my daughter has got this thing. I don't know how it grew. She's got it somewhere on her head, and I gave her another detox tea. And lo and behold, the third day it's dried up. I didn't give her anything aside from that. So what it does is it heals it up. Instead of you taking antibiotics, which we all know that at the point, even doctors are saying that at the point they're not giving people antibiotics anymore because we've actually abused it. So instead of taking antibiotics, why don't you introduce our tea to them? It helps with diarrhea. It helps with constipation. So that balances it up, because you'll be able to go to the toilet as you're supposed to. The only time that you will go to the toilet frequently is when you've overdone it, like when you've overeaten or you have so many sludge in your tummy, then it pushes it out. You can't control it. It will flush it out of your system. And then it helps with stomach and intestine ulcer. When I research on that, what it does is it protects the lining of the stomach, because stomach ulcer is actually, what it means is a wound on the lining of the stomach. So what this marshmallow leaf does is it protects the lining of that. It protects the lining of your stomach. It's like wearing slippers if you don't want to step on a nail. So that's what it does. And then it helps with the irritation of the mouth and throat. It helps with dry cough. The malva herbs also, which is good, helps with gallstones, which is very, very good. Because gallstones, when people start to feel the pain that comes with gallstones, honestly, you don't want to witness it. I know some people that have probably removed their gallbladder or something. So this can actually help them to treat it, rather than getting to a stage where they will have to go for operation to remove it, because that's the only way it can be removed, except you've taken this like herbal stuffs that can help, which is this tea. It also helps with kidney stones. Kidney stones is the most painful thing ever I've had from a patient before. Very painful, and it's most common in men than women. So also this will help them. The malva herbs helps to do that. And then it prevents kidney inflammation, prevents headaches. I think it's got a content. I mean, the malva herbs itself, it helps with pain generally. It helps with pain. Anything that wants to give you pain, it subsides it. It's like taking paracetamol. Okay, and then it helps. It helps with toothaches, which is also another pain somewhere else. Now, also, it's got tannins, flavonoids, and vitamin C that strengthens the immune system. and I've said it earlier, anything that boosts your immune system, anything that 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 helps your immune system strengthened, don't joke with it. And you should be able to advertise it to people, especially in third world country like that we came that we came from, especially in Nigeria. It's very good because it prevents all this. Now, moving on, I'll talk about the chamomile herb. Pardon my pronunciation. The chamomile herb, which I find also very interesting, is an antipyretic, which means it prevents you from having fever or cold. It prevents fever, like when you're having high temperature. Literally, that's what it means. It prevents that. It treats any stomach ailments, like when you say I've got stomach ache and all that, it treats it. So whatever that is causing it, it will settle it. If it is that for you, if it is a sludge in your colon, or if it is any movement, any sludge that is giving abnormal movements in your colon, that is causing stomach pain or anything, it will settle it. If it needs to remove it, it will remove it. That's when you go to the toilet. It's also an anti-inflammatory. Also, it's an antipeptic. It inhibits the action of pepsin. It's an antispasmodic, which is, like when you have some people that moves involuntarily, like they cannot control their movements of muscle, which is, it's if you see somebody that is going through that, you will feel a lot for them, because their activity of daily living is quite reduced. Even to eat, it will be a problem, because they can be eating and then the spasm from their hand, it can be anywhere. We've got the product that we can introduce to them. Please, let's introduce it to them. And also, it's got antibacterial, which other context also has got it. It will, it all works together. It's got antifungal. It prevents fungal in the system, and it's an allergenic. It's an anti-allergenic activity. That means it prevents allergy as well. Also, we've got the persimmon leaves in the tea. Don't forget, we're still talking about this tea. This 6 packs of tea that they're getting for $60. So the persimmon leaves strengthens the immune system, also reduces allergy symptoms, and helps to stop bleeding. And it protects the blood vessel. So it protects it. It protects in the sense that it doesn't allow any black bacteria to flow into the bloodstream, because bacteria in the bloodstream, it's sepsis. And believe you me, even you don't pray for your enemy to have sepsis. So it protects it. It protects all that. So those, all other things in the tea, I'm going to talk about now. But those are the main thing that I've seen that is in this wonderful tea. So you will understand if I call it a gold. It is actually a gold. Now, moving on, aside from our tea, other products that we've got is the Ganoderma lucidum capsule. Now, this Ganoderma lucidum, the benefits, just Google it yourself. One of the things that our forefathers were privileged to have that we don't have are these herbs that they've made us forgotten about. We shouldn't forget about them. This is the time we need to start talking about them and introduce it to our own new generation coming up. So Ganoderma lucidum benefits include cancer. It prevents cancer. It supports the immune system. It helps with cardiovascular health. It's an antioxidant. It removes. It even kills what's not supposed to be there. It encapsulates it and kills it. It protects the liver. It's an antibacterial, antiviral. It lowers cholesterol. And then, especially for people with cancer that are still ongoing chemotherapy, they can, it protects them from the radiation. And radiation also is not only from, radiotherapy, but also from going for X-ray. Ordinarily, if you go for X-ray, if you know the amount of radiation that comes from an X-ray, If they tell you to go, even if you're in pain, you say you don't want to go. You know, these things are so we overlook them, and it's very dangerous, especially when it builds up in the system. So, and then it supports the urinary tract system, especially for men. When I did further research, because I cannot slot in everything here, it will be too much. When I research, especially for men, it helps them with any prostate problem, because men tend to have prostate problem with their prostate gland. So the Gano actually helps them. It helps them, and it prevents anything that prevents that will prevent people from having reoccurring urine infection, especially in the elderly. It's very common in elderly because the elderly people, they don't drink much. So, I mean, that's the kind of thing that you want to give to them to help them. Also, one of our products I want to talk about is the cordyceps. The cordyceps is a fantastic herb. Now, one of the things I want to say before I proceed is that when people ask you, or when people ask us, let me plus myself, that has our products got side effects? What I will tell them is, there's no product that hasn't got, there's no even every plant has its toxicity level. However, our company has done the research and they know the toxic level. That's why they're giving us the recommended dose, the allowed dose in the body. That's why if the company says take particular capsule, if it's one capsule 3 times a day, please let them stick to one capsule 3 times a day. If it's one capsule a day, if that's what the company recommends, do not encourage people taking more than what they're supposed to take. Because as much as chemicals has their toxic level, all plants, all herbs has their toxic level in the body. That is why, I mean, if it was easy for anybody to just get the cordyceps plant and just cook it and just eat it, then everybody they wouldn't need to buy the product. They'll just get it, just buy the plant and start eating it. But what we need to tell them, even if they tell you that, oh, I can get the plants anyhow, tell them the plants, every plant has got its toxicity level. That is why our company has checked that level, know the recommended dose that people can actually take, and know when not to take it, know when to take it. Okay, and then they've put it in the capsule to know the amount to take also. Okay, so what cordyceps does is it improves the respiratory function, especially for people with COPD or people with asthma, people with any breathing problem, any breathing difficulty. It increases the cellular oxygen absorption by up to 40%. Wow, that is great, because it works together. It works along with improving the respiratory function. Because if like people with asthma, if their level of absorption is probably 30%, this will actually increase the absorption to 60%, to 70%, plus the 30% that it was earlier. So it will help them to breathe properly. It will prevent them from going to hospital all the time because of exacerbation, or I mean, what that means is maybe because because the asthma, when the asthma gets out of hand and then they're struggling to breathe. So what this does is it helps their respiration system to function, and then it increases the absorption of oxygen that's needed in the body. They won't struggle to get it into the body. It improves the functions of the heart. It helps to maintain cholesterol level, and it helps with chronic disease improvement. I mean, chronic kidney disease. If you see people with kidney disease, I mean, it's so sad. It's so sad, and the only thing we can do to help them actually is to introduce this to them, to help them live a better life. to help them live a functioning life. Also, it's called it improves it reduces the tumor size in cancer patients. That is marvelous. That is for me. That is wow. That is like wow. Because I would rather introduce this to somebody to take to deal with cancer tumor than tell them to go for chemotherapy, because this one would not give them the side effects that the chemotherapy will give them. And it improves the immune system. It's an anti-aging, reduces fatigue. It gives body fitness, stamina, and endurance. It helps discomforts from tired legs. I'm talking about probably the elderly people this way, or people with big hips that the weight is so much for the knee and they've got knee problem. I would say working in the hospital, 70% of the money they generate comes from hips and knee replacement, elective ones, and even with the trauma, but elective ones, especially in UK. Go and make your findings. Every hospital that does that, they're so rich because they do it virtually every day. I've worked in an orthopedic ward before, and I've seen the quality of life they get when they change that knee for them. But this is something that we can give them that can strengthen that knee back. Okay, it radically increases the cellular energy, and then it combats sexual dysfunction. It increases libido and the quality of life in men. Now, this one I'm going to say, during my research, I actually find out the cordyceps actually increases the size of a man's penis. Go and check it. Cordyceps actually increases it. And the ones that they're even taking, I'm talking about probably 10, 20 milligram. So it does help. I mean, that's another one that you want to introduce to men. It combats any sexual dysfunction. It increases sperm count as well. It improves libido and quality of life in men and women, both. And in women, it will improve, especially women that take contraceptions, because one of the jobs of contraception is to reduce your urge for sex. But what cordyceps will do is that it will increase that. Okay, it will increase it. And then also it fights infertility. So like I said, it increases low sperm count. And the hormone that you need to produce sperm in men, women also has the hormone to produce more eggs. So the cordyceps helps both men and women to increase their fertility rates for children. Okay, now, yeah, I've mentioned the sperm count and the sperm survival. Aside from sperm count, if once it boosts the count, then it increases the survival, because some people can even not have low sperm count but have very low sperm survival rates. So this is what can also help them. Now, it's one caution I want you to notice in this is that because this increases the immune level. Now, any patient or anybody that is taking medication that decreases the immune system, it will interact with cordyceps. That's a note to take. Any patient that is taking any immunosuppressant medication that suppresses the immune system, it would if they're taking cordyceps, it wouldn't work like it's supposed to work. So they have to stop the cordyceps for them to take what they're taking. Once they finish that, then they can continue with it. Okay, now that is cordyceps for you. More to come on cordyceps. And the next one is the chaga. Oh, I love my chaga. Don't I love my chaga? Now, chaga is also another gold. All of our products virtually are gold, because the benefit starts from protecting every cell in the entire body from free radical damage. It protects the cell from the body from anything that wants to damage it, from cancer to any other tumor, not a malignant tumor, to any form of deformity, anything. It protects it because it fights it. It promotes cellular respiration and proliferation. Same also, it's this is also for patient that has got respiration issues like COPD, like I said earlier, and asthma. It helps to regenerate the cells. It's like it goes to your DNA and it mends it. And anything that mends the DNA, sorry, it will remove the abnormality in it. So any abnormality that comes with the DNA, it will literally remove it. And also, it promotes the growth of healthy cells. So once it's damaged, once it's helped, any damaged tissue, it will help it to grow. Once it's got it, like, okay, this is the one that is not good. This is the one that aligned. This is the line that is not good in this DNA. It will actually regenerate it and then repair it and promote its growth. All that comes together plus repair it. So it does all the mechanic work in the DNA. It's like a mechanic working on a car. Okay, it slows down aging. It enhances the immune system. It oxygenates the blood, especially people with anemia, with low blood counts. Yeah, blood level are low. It enhances it. It oxygenates, so it boosts it. It builds strong blood. It combats premature aging. It protects the DNA. So once it's done all the mechanic work, and then it forms as, like a bonnet, it closes it up. It doesn't allow anything to affect it. It helps with blood sugar. It improves disease resistance. So literally, it prevents your body from having any disease. It prevents anybody's body from having any disease. Okay, it's got the inflammatory benefits as well. It improves the neurological function. Any neuro problem, it improves it. It improves digestion. It improves the circulation of the blood all over the body. It removes stress and anxiety. It increases your energy and strength. It helps with the eye, especially those that use eyeglasses and those that have got cataract and all that. It helps with the vision. It supports the vision, which is the eye. It maintains healthy blood pressure and cholesterol level. It impedes tumor malignancy. It boosts natural cancer fighting ability. So it helps the body to fight the cancer naturally. It reduces the toxic effects of chemotherapy and radiation. Wow, that is, oh my God, what more can I say? It boosts it. It literally, it literally removes the toxins that comes with chemo and radiation. Because sometimes the patient that you introduce chaga to might already have the cancer, but they're taking chaga and they're still going for their therapy. Once they go for their therapy, aside from it fighting that cancer for them, it will literally reduce the effects, the toxic effects of chemotherapy, from loss of hair, not enough stamina, to a lot of things that comes with it, to unnecessary weight loss and all that. It fights it, and then it detoxify all the cell. Now we've got the detoxifying tea, which detoxify the body, and we've also got chaga, which detoxify the cells, the skin, the body, the liver, the internal system. Now it detoxifies it. And also it removes heavy metals, including lead and mercury, and chemicals from breathing. Every day we breathe in air, we don't even know what we're breathing. Even bottled water, has got heavy metals in it. Our makeups, everything, so it detoxify also. It also does that, and then it helps for overall body stress cleanse. It cleanses the body from any stress. So why won't we be able to tell people about this product? Now, moving on, we've got the chocolate and the coffee. If people want to drink chocolate, if they are addicted to chocolate, why don't they drink a healthy chocolate drink? All they need is somebody to tell them about it. If they got if they have somebody that can tell them about it, then I'm so sure they will drink it. Likewise, coffee. You know, coffee, especially, I know some people that cannot do without coffee in a day. They can't. So if they can't do without coffee, they might as well have a healthy coffee, which even tastes better than the normal coffee they know. Okay, so that's our chocolate and our coffee drink, and it's healthy because it's got all the all these ingredients that we've been talking about, the sugar, the cortisol. You know, it's got its infusion. So I mean, they're also benefiting from that. Okay, now moving on, I want to talk about our life capsule. Now, this is a living example. This is a proof that our weight loss capsule is actually effective. This is one of this is one of the clients that used it. I mean, most of us knows her anyway, and I mean, every day I watch her video, I feel I'm part of something big. Every time she talks, she makes me feel I'm part of what I want to be, because I love looking after people. I love caring for people. I love researching on people's health and, you know, being able to get something that can help them when their health is deteriorating, or if they've got any issues with their health. So our life capsule is a capsule. All we know from the company is that it's for 30 days. Nobody knows yet if it's 3 times a day or once a day until we are told. But I mean, I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that, because every medication comes with prescription, with this description of how to use it. So I wouldn't worry about that. I would let the product come. There's no point telling people what you don't know. Let the product come. You can see it, then you'll be able to tell them, okay, this is the dose to use. The only thing that we can research on is what are in it, and what the things that are in it, what does it do actually? Okay. Now, this is also for some of us that knows our CEO, Aman Puyo. You would know that this picture is actually real, because I knew him from that before, and I can see him now from the after. So that is an example that our products are very, very effective. And that is another, I'm going to give you one more picture just to show those that have used our products. And they're actually living testimony. They're not people that are in moon that you cannot contact. They're actually in Vida Divina. If you Google them, you can actually see them and watch their journey. And also, this is somebody that had the tea when she went to Orlando and drank it for 2 days. Look at the difference between, you know, that drop in their weight. Okay, so our products are very, very, very effective. Now, that's about the products. Now, remember, please, when you're talking about the products, always remember to tell them that we're not making any medical claims. We are not. We're only talking about people that have used this product and what results they've gotten. We're not telling them to stop taking their medication. Another thing is with going back to Ganoderma lucidum. Anybody on Ganoderma lucidum, this is Ganoderma lucidum, they cannot take any other blood thinning agents. So like how do we call it? Like aspirin. Some people take aspirin to thin their blood. Anybody taking blood thinning medication cannot take Gano, because Gano itself does that. It is, you know, it's an anticoagulant. You have to be careful. Anybody on, what's this medication called? People with warfarin. Anybody on warfarin cannot take Gano the same time with warfarin, because Gano does what Gano also does what warfarin does. In fact, even more than warfarin, so that it doesn't affect them when they start to bleed if they've got a wound anywhere. Please, please remember that or write it down. Okay? Now, those are the products that we know for now. And when more comes, we'll do more training. Now, what do I want to say? We've talked about the products. How many do you want to sell in a day? The amount you do, the amount of effort or the amount of product you sell in a day tells a lot about how much you want to earn at the end of the year. We're talking about, I mean, on Sunday, we're going to be talking about our 30 days goal. What is your goal in those 30 days? I want you to think about this picture. I want you to think bigger, even more than this picture. And this is a sign that you can achieve that amount. You can actually earn that amount. Because you know that one product will give you $20. I posted something today that if you sell, I mean, some people work $10 per hour. But within 20 minutes, if you're able to market and you're able to sell at least 2 products, that is $40 in 20 minutes. Think about that. If you're able to sell 5 products in a day, aside from your binary pay, you will get your $100 in a day, cash. It's the more, and believe you me, you do not want to open a shop or a pharmaceutical company and expect to sell just 5 products in a day. We can aim more than that. So aim bigger and plan bigger. Okay? And on this note, I'm just going to say, I am so excited. Are you? I can't wait for August 1st. I can't wait to start selling my product. I can't wait to start recruiting people. I can't wait for Vida Divina. Have you got the same goal as well? I hope you've got the same goal. I mean, that's the end of the slide, really. But what I would say is that I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you, as a team, to support each other, to help each other. We will always be here. Any questions, we will be able to answer each other. And I want us to research more on the product to be able to sell more and talk about it more. The more you talk about it, the more your business grows. Not only on Facebook, even to people when you walk about or you chat, or if you see somebody, I mean, make your products known. Tell people about it anywhere, and you will never regret it. I hope I've been able to teach you 1 or 2 things, at least one thing. If I'm able to teach you one thing, believe you me, I am the happiest girl on earth. It's been nice talking to you, and I hope you've really enjoyed it. Till some other time, I still remain Damilola. Thank you very much.